Dane.
We're back.
And the NFL is back. Yes.
That was a little early.
Taylor's what? Should I start over? No, we're not going to start over because we are authentic.
And one take wonders.
Unlike last week or the week before when I stopped it and we had to refilm.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't ideal. But something that also is not ideal is the contract between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce that says they're going to break up at the end of September. Do you believe it?
Well, you watched the what's-his-face skit, the Trey Kennedy skit.
Yeah. That's what this was. Did I send that to you?
No, I randomly saw it too.
It was wild. It was so quickly.
It was
so
really
quickly
funny.
He was on it. I'm like, this is so true. And then it had Brittany and everybody else. That was good.
Shout out to Brittany.
And shout out to Trey Kennedy and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. All of our fans. Maybe. They definitely are. But football is back. We'll talk about that a little bit more this episode. And also we had our Until Next Week football fantasy draft.
You all suck.
And so does Dane. And this is episode 89 of the Until Next Week podcast.
We have a podcast.
Yes, we do have a podcast. If you want to leave us 5 stars, 100 of them on Spotify or Apple, that would be great. 2 of you have done it this week. I think it might have been Jack's friends who joined our fantasy football league draft because they kept on saying, hey, we'll leave you the 5 stars. And I'm pretty sure it was them, but I could be wrong.
So true.
If it was you, leave us a comment, let us know. And we'll talk about that a little bit more next week, you know?
If you will.
If you will do that, please.
Yeah.
Please leave us the stars. We need the stars. That's all we ask.
Today is September 9th.
But
two days away from...
Yep, you are right. Oh, what?
The final day to sign up for the
September
sweatshirt.
7th. Yeah.
Right.
I did not know where you were going, and I'm going to stop myself from making any other jokes right now. Because I'm not insensitive like that on podcast that we release to the public.
Whatever.
Yeah. So I think we should just get into our updates from the week until this goes downhill and crashes. I went and had a little bit of a batting practice situation at the local minor league baseball stadium.
No, you didn't.
Why? What's wrong with you? Yes, I did. They had a competition at Hammons Field where the Springfield Cardinals play, the AA affiliate of the St. Louis Cardinals. And they had for season ticket holders, you could go hit some BP with like some nice wood bats, but they had a little incentive, which, you know, I like incentives. And they were like, if anybody can hit a home run, we'll double your season ticket package for free. And I was like, okay, I got to get there early. I got to get my swings in. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I was pretty excited about that. And it stinks because each time they do this, they have this one employee who's a former Major League Baseball pitcher who just decides to throw it way harder than he needs to. And he makes it very difficult to hit anything. Because he's still competitive. Like he played like 10 years in the majors. And I'm like, I don't like hitting against you. And I did get like a few good cuts against them. And I eventually did hit one that did go over the fence, but it bounced first.
Ground rule double.
Yeah, so that was the only one that went out that day, unfortunately. But I was able to kind of talk to one of the main people there because I was supposed to have one more time to hit in the cage. And then it started, they said it was going to rain soon. And they're like, we have to get the field protected because I guess a team plays there and everything else. But because that happened, I was like, hey, because I hit one over, but it was a ground rule double, can I get like a few tickets still? And it's like, yeah, you can send me an email. You can get 4 free tickets. And I'm like, okay, that's $40. I'll take that.
Hashtag need that.
Plus got some BPN. So that was nice. Besides that, in a different baseball realm, we had our wiffle ball playoffs.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with you? Thank you. I don't think you should push that button after you hear how we did.
No.
So I was talking about it before that there's a chance of a play-in game if your team was bad and we were the worst.
There you go.
Which is great because I was the pitcher all year.
Well, yeah. Biggest ERA.
And we went to this play-in game and we didn't start off super hot. Like we were behind by a little bit, but then we went on a nice little run. Not like real, like figuratively, we went on a run.
Yeah, nobody runs anymore.
And got a nice lead. And then we got to the last inning of this game and we had like, I think a 1-run lead. I was like feeling pretty good. I was pitching and the first person up was this female on the other team who never swings the bat.
Did you ask her gender?
Is annoying because it's hard to hit the strike zone. Like if you throw it close, usually people will swing, but this person does not swing whatsoever. So I'm just kind of like lobbed them in kind of like easy pitches, hoping she'll just swing or hit the strike zone.
Yeah.
And she did actually hit one, surprisingly. And I went to chase it down and I shouldn't have. And I messed up our outfielder, which is saying how small the fields are. And neither of us caught the ball and she got on. And that's when it all went downhill.
Oh, yeah.
I think they end up having a 5 or 6 run lead after that inning.
Wow, Samuel.
And then we had to come up in the bottom of that inning to try to catch back up. And we didn't, and we failed. And it's been a very big downhill turn the past few years since we won our last championship.
Dirty laundry, Samuel.
I need to get my reps in. And so I'm going to have the people at my work every week. We're going to hit the weight room, start taking swings, start pitching, taking steroids, and doing whatever we can.
Drugs.
To get better. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
They did not drug test this year in the wiffle ball circuit. So that is great. But on the bright side, I did have one win this week, and it came with you.
No.
Yes.
It was with me.
It was with you. Yes. We had a K-Life event. It was like an open event with like all the leaders, and Dane and myself, who have been there nearly the longest of anyone, decided to team up.
Yeah, we're tied for the longest.
In a game called Soccer Knockout.
Well, they said find a partner, and I was like, all right, let's do this. Let's win, get it over with.
Immediately, I was like, I'm not getting split up from you. I'm not going with those other people. I know.
Those randos.
No one else has talked to each other for 88 episodes of a podcast.
That's true.
And that's why we had that chemistry.
And more.
Yeah.
Is this 88? This is 89.
Well, nice. At that point, though, it was 88.
That's true. That's so true.
Yeah.
Oh,
so we did team up. I was great and came straight from work and did not get changed. So I was in like long pants and like dress shoes and everything else.
Shirt.
I was so sweaty.
That was so funny.
No airflow going. I was drenched. I randomly got a cut on my hand and I was bleeding. And we're doing this soccer knockout game, which basically... It's what it sounds like. You are kicking a soccer ball.
It's soccer dodgeball.
Yeah, soccer dodgeball knockout, whatever. If you kick the ball at the person in the air, they're out. If they catch the ball in the air, then you're out. But then once you get out, then you go along the sidelines.
Yep.
And if you get the ball on the sidelines and chuck it at somebody and get them out, you take their place.
Yeah. We play this every Monday in Super K, and it's
it's
electric. Yeah. Kids love it.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't know this whole time you had the background in this game.
Oh, yeah. That's why I knew what to do.
That's perfect. That was perfect. And luckily, I don't know if I got out at all or you got out.
I don't think we got out.
Not during that round. So we started taking down people one by one by one.
Hunting them.
And then there's like 2 people left, and we just kind of did our thing, working together, get one guy out. And then we went for the last guy, got him out, and we're like, yeah, we are the best. No one can beat us.
Jordan Love is in the red zone.
Already?
I guess.
That's awesome. And we can't watch it because you were right. You can only watch it on Peacock, and streaming services are detrimental to this society. And I hate them with everything in me, and get rid of all the streaming services. Just make it cable again. Please.
Make America cable
Make
again.
America cable again. Because right now you have to have 12 dozen streaming services that all go together. And whoa, crazy. That's just cable. But now it's horrible.
Yeah, it's the worst.
What's wrong with streaming services? Everything.
Absolutely all of them.
Yeah.
Like, you think I have money for that?
I want to watch the Packers, and I can't watch the Packers because I don't have Peacock, because I don't like those kind of animals.
Yeah. And you're not an animal that illegally streams either.
No. Are you? Is that what? Yep. You're doing that right now?
No, Samuel, I would never do anything illegal.
Okay. Back to the soccer knockout. We end up winning, and it was great because they're like, hey, you get a prize. And I was like, this is awesome. And the prize was leftover candy from our other leader meeting.
Leftover hot, stale candy.
And then I was like, why did we even try? Why are we leaders anymore, helping lead others to Christ, when we can't get a better prize?
I mean, I like the Snickers.
I mean, I did like it, but I was hoping for like another sweatshirt that I already had.
That would. Well, I don't want that, but I would have wanted like, I don't know, some other thing that they have, like Joe's car.
Yeah, not his truck though.
Not his truck.
His car could be nice.
Yeah, the car. It could be okay.
A one night stay at his home. I don't know.
If I got his car, I would sell his car and my car, pay off my original loan, and then get a new car.
That's a good idea. That
That's
really
cheaper,
is
way cheaper.
So if you're listening, Joe, next time we do a leader event, consider that. You know,
give us a car.
Mm-hmm.
It
That's
seems
all
like,
we ask for.
I think it's a good idea.
I really like it, and I think that's what we should do. Something else that we should do, actually, no, we shouldn't do it because we already did it, was our Until Next Week fantasy football draft.
Yeah, and I got something to say.
We're not to our grinds or gears about it yet. Unless you just want to go straight into kind of a combination grinds your gears and this, or
no,
do you want me just to give like an overview and we can hear your feelings a little bit later?
Let's do that.
Okay. So I think it was, what was it? Saturday? Friday? What night was that? Monday? No.
It was Monday. I remember it was Labor Day.
Labor Day was Monday.
Yeah, it was Monday.
So we did a draft on Monday night for the Fantasy Football League. It was 10 teams, both of us, Jack, and several others.
By the way, if your name is Lindsay Reed or Maddie Barron, if you guys had just communicated and gotten the same page, we could have had a 12-team league.
Yes.
And here we are.
Yes. And as avid listeners, both of you knew that we had a fantasy football draft.
Especially you, Lindsay.
Yeah. I mean, both of them, honestly, have been listening. So they could have been in there, but instead we have a 10-team league.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised. It only took like an hour to get through the entire draft.
It wasn't bad.
It was pretty good. Like, I think it was a minute per pick, but people knew what they wanted for the most part. Overall, I had a pretty good draft. I'm currently projected to get second in the league, but let's be honest, I'm going to get first. But yeah, it was a good overall time. Jack, our commissioner of the league, decided to set up a Zoom call.
Corrupt commissioner.
We can get into that later.
Yeah.
Not yet. Kind of like the NFL commissioner, corrupt.
Roger Goodell is a terrible person.
And that's where Jack kind of styles his commissioner style from. So that is big. But he decided to set up like a Zoom call midway through, and I jumped on there with like a few of the other
3-0 Packers.
Yes. Actually not good, but actually good because I do have the Packers kicker
Navarson
on. Yeah. New guy.
Yeah.
I put him on my fantasy football team.
Oh yeah.
One of them.
I seen
that is good. Not this league though, a different league, which I'll talk about later as well. But yeah, I'm looking good. I'm projected to do well. I got Josh Allen as my QB. That's big. I got the Packers, Josh Jacobs as my running back.
Mr.
So I was pretty happy about that as well.
Yeah.
And there's several other solid guys. And I think it was pretty easy to draft. And that's why I had such a good team. And I think you probably did the same, but you can talk about that later after your updates.
Oh yeah. I had a strategy. That's for sure.
Yeah. But we'll get into that during our car segment.
Oh, the grinding games. I was like, car segment. I'm like, what?
Pixar movies, you know?
Yeah. What does my first update of the week say, Samuel?
I think that you maybe went to a Cardinals game.
I went to a Cardinals game last Thursday.
St. Louis?
St. Louis
That's
Cardinals
better than
game.
Springfield.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So there we are. We drive up there. Me, my dad, and my
I was
uncle.
not there.
You were not there.
Okay.
But we, the audience, were there. And me, my dad, and my uncle, we drive up there. And my uncle, a little crazy. And so by a little crazy,
is he like short? Or is he just like a little like crazy, like a little bit crazy?
Like if 100% was like totally viably insane, he's like 78%.
So he's like a normal little crazy, like normal size, but then he's a little crazy.
Normal sized,
little crazy,
above average crazy.
Okay, normal size, above average, so not little crazy.
No, it's like 78% crazy.
Okay, got
which
it.
is a lot. 8 is like
78.
50, 8's like
and
half,
you're like 69,
50%.
70. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so we drive up there and it's great. We get into the stadium and stuff, and then
did your car get stolen? I'm sorry.
No, not yet.
I just had
I wish it got stolen. That'd be awesome. But we go all the way to the third deck where our tickets were because my dad got free tickets to this game from the Cardinals magazine.
Oh, okay.
And so we're like, okay, it's cool. It's Thursday. It's 97 degrees. It's a 1:15 game. Cardinals are not doing well. There's like, it said there was 24,000 people there. There was not.
Was there a giveaway?
No.
Yeah.
It was very sparse.
Yeah. Easy to get a foul ball.
Yeah, we'll see. And so we're sitting in the third deck though. So it's pretty high up there. And the lady that's standing at the entrance goes, hey guys, like you can sit anywhere you want in your section, but if somebody shows the tickets, obviously move. We're like, okay.
She said that to you?
Yeah.
That's nice.
It was crazy.
I've never heard that there.
Yeah, but that's how few people were there. There was maybe 10,000 people there. And so then I was like, oh, let's sit in the shade. We try to go over this section. They're like, oh, this is all inclusive. You can't sit here. You got to go that section.
You're like, but the lady said.
Yeah. The lady said we can do whatever we want.
Okay.
And so we go over back into our section. My dad's like, well, let's sit right here. And I was like, well, if we're going to sit in the sun, let's sit all the way to the front of this like tier on the third level. And we sit there for 2 outs. Count them, 1, 2 outs. And then this person comes up from behind us and goes, hey, what's up, guys? And I'm like, who are you? And he goes, I'm with Team Fredbird. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And he goes, so we want to upgrade your tickets. And I was like,
wait, what?
I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, we want to upgrade your tickets. And I said, what's the catch? And he goes, the catch is we got to put you on the Jumbotron. And I said,
okay.
I said, doing what? And he goes, just acting excited that we're upgrading your tickets. And I said, to where? And he goes, you see the third base line right there?
Yeah.
He said, about 20 rows up. And I was like, deal.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. And so we went down there and we sat there for about a half inning waiting on his cameraman to get there, chatting him up. And how'd you get in this? Blah, blah, blah. And then cameraman gets there. We go crazy. We're on the Jumbotron. Whoa, yeah, go Cardinals.
Yeah.
And it was fun. And then the guy goes, hey, I'll be right back. I'm like, all right. And he walks up to the lady that's now, we're on the like bottom tier, like sitting in pretty good seats now. We're like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
And he walks up to the lady right by the field, comes back, and the lady's with him. And she goes, are you guys going to be criminals? And I said, I'm a youth pastor. That's exactly what I said.
I was like, not necessarily a great response.
Well, it depends on who you are. But she was an old lady.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm a youth pastor. She goes, all right, well, if you want, you guys can sit all the way up to the field if you want.
That's
I was
wild.
like, yes. And so where the foul ball boy sits, sat right next to him.
Fun fact. That's exactly where I stood when I was trying to get autographs that one game.
Yep.
And then they took short batting practice, so I didn't get a chance. But I know you post the picture. I'm like, I literally stood there like a week before you.
That's where we sat right there.
That's wild.
And it was great. And we chatted up with the foul ball boy. And by boy, I mean, he's a 60-year-old veteran. And
yeah, I mean, he's been doing this for a while.
yeah. He's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
But I asked him, I was like, man, I got so many questions I want to ask you. And he was like, what? And I was like, he's old and was very quiet.
Yeah.
But I was like, do you ever get nervous, like determining if it's fair or foul? And he looks at me, shakes his head, and he goes, you wouldn't believe. And I was like, I can see that. Like, it's very nerve wracking. And then he goes, yeah, and yesterday I was in right field down the right field line, and I was playing catch with Lars Nootbaar, but my arm doesn't work like it used to.
That's
and so
awesome.
I was barely getting it to him, and the next inning he had a replacement for me, and I didn't get to play catch anymore.
That is wild. He did like one time. I was like, yeah, I can't do this.
I was like,
just
man.
imagine overthrowing Lars Nootbaar. He has to chase down the ball.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
Just throw it to me. It's like, that's crazy. And when you say foul balls, there's probably 10 to 12 foul balls that came to this guy, and we could have gotten any of them.
Please let me know that you got one.
We got 0.
Why?
Because all these dang kids kept moving down too. And I was like, okay, yeah, let this kid have it. Okay.
Did you let him know you have cancer?
No, I didn't say that.
That would have been the perfect chance. You got to use your cancer to your advantage. Get the free ball.
Free tickets.
Get the free ticket.
Free
throw out a
upgrade.
first. Make a wish, kid, right here.
I would have done everything but throw out the first pitch that day if we got a foul ball. And so it was already really cool. We brought in our seeds and our Gatorades, which
because you can bring all snacks in there.
Yeah.
As long as it's not a metal or glass container and not alcohol.
Yeah.
And I think it has to be closed.
Yeah, which is crazy. I was like, no way they're going to let us bring in these Gatorades.
Yeah.
But they did, and we brought in waters too. And my uncle bought us some bratwurst, and he brought it 3 bratwurst, a Coke, and a water for $47.
We went to a game and legit brought in a full pizza. Like, just brought it because it's in a cardboard box. Like, we have this pizza. We're going inside. They don't care. It's
That's
pretty wild.
crazy.
Yeah, just taking a big pizza.
Side note.
Yes.
Jalen Hurts fumbled the snap, and the Packers recovered it.
We them boys. We back, baby. We'll talk about that later in our main segment.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I can feel it. Can you feel the love tonight?
No, because he's in the huddle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Cardinals game was pretty cool.
That's a love fest out there.
What's my next one, Samuel?
Oh, yeah, because you're watching the football game.
No,
I didn't
no.
process that when you originally said it. And I was like, how? You aren't looking at your notes. How are you remembering this? But then I was like, wait, you just want me to tell you that you gave Lightco kids advice.
That's it.
Yeah,
there I was at Lightco this past Wednesday, and we had probably close to 100 students. I think it was like 80 actually.
Yeah,
and a bunch of high schoolers and stuff like that. In our new place, it was really loud in there. It was crazy. And
Echoey?
Very echoey in the gym part area. You haven't been over there, have you?
I've seen pictures and it looks echoey.
Yeah, it's super echoey. It's
Lots of concrete.
When I say there was 80 kids there, 60 of them were in this little gym.
Is it like really cold in there?
No, it's really hot in there.
Okay.
Because a lot of natural sunlight gets through. So it gets a little warm. So it gets really loud, and I walk out of there, and then I see a bunch of kids sitting on the couch. I'm like, what are you guys doing here? And they're like, it's really loud in there. I don't want to be in there. And I was like, okay, you can be out here, but don't like cause trouble. Sit on the couch if you're going to be out here. And they're like, okay, yeah. And they go, hey, Dusty Dave, wait. And I was like,
They said Dave?
yeah, they call me Dusty Dave.
Not even Dusty Dane?
No.
They got to get the DD right.
I know. And I was like, what? And they go, I need to ask you a question. And I was like, yeah. Well, I'm like, this is my first big moment as like a youth pastor, which I'm not a pastor, but as a youth like person. And I'm like, ooh, I can like tell them like what to do or whatever here. And like, they're actually asking. And I'm like, let's go. And this girl goes, so this guy's been asking me to go to his church and I think he likes me. And I go, why do you think that? She goes, because
He said he likes me.
no,
Sorry.
he keeps inviting her to his church. And then she asked her mom what that meant. And her mom's like, oh, he definitely likes you.
But she goes to this church.
Yeah. And I said,
Don't go to a different church.
I said, well, did you tell him that you already go to church? And she goes, no, I told him that I would see about maybe going there. And I was like,
No.
and I said, tell him you already go to church.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, okay. I was like, do you?
How old are these people?
This was a middle schooler. And
No, you're staying at that church. Don't go to some other middle schooler's church unless it's on a different night for a random youth group thing at their church. Then go to it, but don't get no.
so I said to her, I was like, well, do you even like this boy? She goes, no, not at all. And I said, well, then tell him you go to a different church. And I was like, here's a great alternative that you can use forever and for all time. Tell him your youth pastor says you're not allowed to date because I don't think you should date.
What? I'm so confused. Like, why is she even considering going with him to a different church if she doesn't like him and she already goes to a better church with the best best use pasta around?
Hey, what's up?
Use pasta.
Use the pasta.
Yeah, you the pasta. Oh,
Dig
man.
it. No, I don't know. She was just trying to be difficult, I think. And I was like,
Middle schoolers.
Well, I'm sitting here. I'm just like, man, I've been in this conversation before where it sounds like you're talking to a brick wall. You've made so many good points, but the person's just like, but what about this? What about this? And I'm like, people will hear what they want to hear and see what they want to see. So I'm like, whatever. You know what? Do what you want, but you're not allowed to date anybody because you're not allowed to date anybody in Lyco.
No, don't.
I tried to make this other couple like eighth graders.
Is Lyco middle school and under?
Middle school and high school.
Oh, so you do have high schoolers, so that gets a little trickier.
There is a couple of high schoolers dating, and we tell them
there's a couple couples.
Yeah,
there's a couple high schooler couples.
There's one that I know of. There's several middle schoolers dating, and I tell all of them they need to break up immediately. And they're like, "Why?" And I said, "Well,
because I'm your pastor, and I said so."
Yeah, basically,
I'm you the pastor.
Oh no, he dropped it.
No. Oh, okay. Well, keep talking. Keep talking.
So,
oh, look.
So, I always tell them, I'm like, no, like, I don't think you should be dating. And they're like, what? Why? And I was like, because, well, let's ask you this very simple question. Could you get married tomorrow? And they're like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, well, that's step one. You haven't even thought about marriage.
You can't. You're not going to.
Well, I was like, step one, you haven't even thought about marriage. Step two, it's literally illegal for you to get married right now unless your parents sign a thing, which they won't.
Don't bring that into the mix.
I didn't tell them that. Yeah. I was like, it's literally illegal for you guys to get married until you're over 18. And I was like, so what's the point in dating and going out on whatever you call this? And I was like, what do you guys even date? What do you do for dates? And they go, I don't know. And I'm like, so you're not dating.
Yeah, you're just friends.
Yeah, you're friends who call each other boyfriend and girlfriend at school.
Yeah.
You might give each other a hug.
Oh, wow.
Y'all are crazy. I'm like,
Dane, hear me out. We follow each other on Instagram and we Snapchat each other.
Who? Oh, you mean the middle schoolers?
I'm saying as the middle schoolers.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Dane. Come on. We have a streak of 12 days.
Oh, man. I tell you what. You want to know what my longest streak was?
You don't want to know mine.
Yeah, yours is probably longer than mine.
Yeah, what do you think yours is?
Mine was like almost 400 days.
Yeah, double to triple that.
You with Lauren?
Yeah, Lauren, and also I had one with another friend, Keaton, and it stinks. And this is why one of the reasons I don't like Snapchat and got rid of it was, for one, it sucks you in. It's like you have to send a picture, and it stressed. Like there was a day I remember I went to like swim practice. I was like, did I send a Snapchat? Oh no! Like I was panicking because I need the streak.
The stakes are higher now.
I started with my friend Keaton, and we had a long streak, and then I started one with Lauren. And after like a little over a year and a half, Lauren's streak passed his streak, and we never broke the streak. I'm like,
how does that happen?
I know, and it was dumb. And I'm like, this shouldn't have happened.
I thought of the other receiver that we were talking about earlier, Dontavian Wicks.
For the Packers?
Yeah.
Well, that's because you might be watching the game right now. No. But I'm like, I started this streak with Keaton. We never stopped the streak. Weeks after is the streak started with Lauren, and then hers passed his. I'm like, what's the point of these streaks?
Yeah.
And then he saw the light and got rid of his Snapchat.
Yeah.
And then I eventually was like, this is dumb. I want to delete Snapchat.
Yeah.
Deleted it. Have not had it since. I think I've downloaded it like 2 times for like really random reasons and just got rid of it literally within like a day.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is a dumb app. I don't like it where it makes you feel like inclined, like I have to get on here today. I have to send a heartfelt message to everybody saying streaks.
Streaks.
Yeah.
And it's just a picture of the floor.
It's so dumb.
See, I deleted it.
Sorry. One friend also, who was a guy, sent streaks one day. And I was like, you might have sent a picture that you shouldn't have. He's like, I didn't even realize that. And that's why you don't send Snapchats on the toilet.
Unbelievable.
I was like, you showed everybody a little more than you thought you did. And I'm not going to say his name.
LeBron James.
Yes, LeBron James. That got weird. But what didn't get weird is that our sponsor is still Joshua Schmitz of the Man Wagon Podcast. He did reach out. He did reach out to me.
Oh, did he?
And he said that he was going to make 3 clips this week. He has not yet.
Oh,
but I think
what day's today, Samuel?
It may, or I bet you it'll be this weekend. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for our free unpaid intern, who's not an intern because he's our sponsor.
So true.
But he just finished up some classes recently, so he should have free time.
Joshua, if you're listening, drop out of college.
He's done for the semester or term or whatever it is. I don't know how it works. So
Literally just
Joshua,
started.
if you want to let us know with a voice memo, you can do that. Like you know how to send voice memos because people send voice memos to you as well.
Right.
But yeah, he's still our sponsor of the week. He still has the Man Wagon Podcast, solid podcast. They made their 1-year anniversary a few weeks back, which is very impressive. Not many people make it that far.
Most don't.
Except for us. But I hope it's not a Snapchat situation where he starts putting out multiple episodes a week to try to catch us. But I don't think
it's ridiculous.
I don't think that will happen. But he does have a solid podcast with Vaughn, the Man Wagon Podcast. Check it out, and also check out our TikToks and Instagrams.
Yeah.
And if you don't, they'll grind our gears.
Yeah, that does grind our gears.
Yeah.
And you know what else grinds my gears?
Yeah, you can. Do you want to get into the voluntold, or do you want to just start ranting now?
Let's do voluntold because it's less exciting.
Okay, start with the less exciting, and then just go downhill fast.
So basically, like all week, I've been like just been told to do stuff. So like,
your job.
I have to water grass every day now.
At your job?
Yeah,
man.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And
I just get to look at Excel spreadsheets.
Yeah, that's lame too. but I'm watering grass, and they don't like. There's no way to turn the water on, like the hose.
How do you deal with the hose then around there?
Wait, I haven't watered it yet.
Okay.
But they told me, hey, from now on, you need to water the grass every day.
Okay.
Except for the weekends.
So do you have a lot of helpers then?
No, I have no helpers.
But what about the hose?
Dang it.
Just keep going. Sorry.
I respect women, Samuel. And so in light of that, I also get voluntold. Last night I went to our college ministry thing.
Yes.
Reverend Banks was preaching.
Reverend Banks.
Yeah. Reverend Banks. What a guy. Mm-hmm. And so me being a supportive roommate showed up. Also, they were showing the second half of the Chiefs game there. And I was like, it'd be fun to just hang out with people I know and watch Chiefs game there.
Until you realize they're Chiefs fans and you hate the Chiefs.
They got unruly. And I was really rooting for the Ravens last night. The refs too. I don't necessarily care for the Ravens. I just definitely know I like them better than Chiefs.
I like Derrick Henry though. He's a likable guy.
Yeah, he's pretty likable other than his hair. And
he's working for trying to get on the next Star Wars movie.
Is he really?
No.
Oh, okay.
But for a while he had like the one solo braid that went down. I was like, you
kind of look like that.
You.
But so then while I'm there, I run into one of my friends named Hannah, and Hannah likes to, I don't know, ask me to do things a lot for her.
Why did you say her name backwards?
Hannah. I don't know how to say it backwards.
Is
it Hannah backwards?
It's
Hannah?
I'm just saying because it's spelled the same both ways.
Either way.
Yeah.
She likes to ask me to do things like a lot for her. And like, I always think it's things that I'm like, why don't you do this?
That's a great
Yeah.
thing, you know?
But so last night she has this, she's big into missions and stuff. And so, she has this foreign exchange student with her who actually is not exchange student. It was just a person that was visiting her that she became friends with whenever she went on a thing to, France.
Yeah.
For like a
The
year.
Olympics, right?
No.
Oh, sorry.
And it's this German friend. And so, she goes, Dane, like, would you show my German friend around like, Springfield and take her to Bass Pro and things like that? And I was
You're
like,
oh,
I was like, sure. And
yeah.
then I was like, wait, in Germany, you guys aren't allowed to have guns, right? And she goes, no, not at all. And
Yeah,
I
not
said,
since the 40s.
I said, well, question, how many people do you think here right now have a gun on them? And she goes, I hope nobody. And I was like, I know of at least a few. And she goes, oh my goodness, are we safe? And I was like, yeah.
That's why we're safe.
Yeah, that's why.
I'm kidding.
It's the security people that have them.
Yeah.
I was like, so that's why we're safe, dude.
Yeah.
And then we went to Bass Pro today, and I said, hey, we're going to go this way. And I showed her the entire gun counter and all the ammunition, and her eyes were wide and things like that. Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, do you want to hold one? And she goes, no, I'm okay. And I was like, look, there's one right here that's not even behind anything.
Yeah.
I was like,
They have free samples today.
pretty much. I should have said that.
That would be like, what? What?
I took her through the gun museum where a little boy and the dad each had a gun. She goes, is that a child with the gun? And I go, yeah. I go, ask me what age I was when I first shot a gun. And she goes, how old? And I said, 7. And she goes, oh my goodness.
Do you take her by the gun range as well?
No, somebody else said that to me today.
Did you not know they had one in Bass Pro?
Where is it?
It's this is great for all you people who have not been to Bass Pro in Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah.
But if you're going towards, like, you walk in the normal entrance, go towards the gun museum, which would be left.
Yep.
If you go right down those stairs, kind of like underneath, if you go like to the end and I think you take another right.
Past the boats?
No. So the boats aren't over there. Or are there boats down there?
Okay, so you walk in.
So you walk in the normal entrance and you take a left and you walk straight and then
towards
if you
the waterfalls.
Yes, but instead of going left up the stairs to the gun stuff, you take a right going down like those small stairs
to the camping stuff.
Yeah, there's, I think, some camping stuff in there.
Yeah.
And then I think if you go to the end of there and take a right, there's like a underground gun range.
Oh.
Yeah.
I should have taken her there. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
But
here you go.
Oh, and I showed her bows, like hunting bows, and she goes, people still do that? And I go, yeah.
She's from Germany.
Yeah.
She should know about all this.
I know. And I'm like,
it's not a third world country.
I told her, I
It's
said,
like,
you ever heard of Glock? That's made in Germany.
oh, wait, is that an actual gun?
Glocks?
Yeah.
Glocks are what police carry. Glock.
Is that like a brand?
Yeah, it's a brand.
I didn't know that was a brand.
The most popular gun brand in the world is Glock.
I didn't know that was an actual brand. I thought that was just like a slang term for guns.
Oh, no. That's a real brand of gun.
That's wild. That's wild.
So for those of you at home, I used to sell guns for about a year and a half.
Did not know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
At Academy here in town.
Oh, I did know you worked at Academy and you got fired and they had to take you out, right?
Whoa.
Well, I mean, you quit respectfully and left.
Oh, no. I was fired.
Yeah.
However... no, I sold guns. That was my job there for a year and a half.
I forgot about that.
I was 18 years old.
We might have talked about that back in the day at Jake Trust and Art's home, his kitchen table, but I don't remember those days.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're so far behind us, and now that home has been too manicured.
You know what else is behind me?
Oh, man.
The Until Next Week Fantasy Football League.
What is wrong with this league? Because I had a great draft.
Yep.
And you talk a lot of talk, but you don't walk the walk.
You know what happened? Here, let me set the scenario up for you. I went over to Aaron Nelson's house to play video games.
That is your fault.
The night of the draft.
That's your fault.
And then, whilst doing it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to kind of draft and also play at the same time because we had like multiple people playing this game. And I'm like, I don't want to be the one person holding it up, like saying, hi guys, I have a fantasy football draft. So I was like, okay, I'll kind of do both. I queued up a lot of picks, things like that. But in the pre, like right before we started drafting, we're all chatting in the chat or whatever. And Jack's like, yeah, I'm going to change the scoring system next week. And I was like, oh, okay.
Because I did send you a text that day. I'm like, hey, the scoring system looks weird because the running backs are really overpowered right now.
Yeah.
And I said, does this look weird to you? And you're like,
yeah.
But you weren't, I think at the time you weren't for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't for sure.
You're like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. I was like, this is whack.
Yeah.
And I looked up all the point totals and stuff, and it's like point for first down, point for catch, point for
Nothing looked
rushing
off.
yard.
Nothing looked off.
Everything looked off. And
Yeah. Well, nothing looked off originally from a quick glance. Like it looked about normal.
I thought a few things were off, but not like crazy things.
Yeah.
And then I see Lamar Jackson go for 75 points last night. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what?
We found out later.
Yeah.
It looks like the thing that is skewing everything is if you get a first down, you get a point.
Yeah.
And running backs get more first downs than wide receivers typically. Yeah. So then their points are skewed because everything else looked the same besides that.
That was weird. But also, I feel like it has to be more because it's like running backs are getting 30 plus points every time.
Yeah.
I'm like, how many first downs do they get a game? Like 5?
I mean, we have the system. We can see what it is.
We can totally see what it is.
And everything, that's the only part I noticed that was weird for running backs or wide receivers.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks, the only thing different is you get a point for completion.
Yeah.
He said, though, he was going to change it and make it negative 0.7 for incompletion.
That's still weird.
But it currently shows -1. I kind of like that, though, because then it's like if you have a guy who's passing heavy, they're more valuable than maybe they would have been. Like Aaron Rodgers becomes more valuable than what he would be compared to like Lamar Jackson, who runs all the time.
Well, what if somebody wisely throws the ball away?
Then you lose a point.
It's -0.7. Or what if a receiver drops the ball and that's the receiver's fault?
I know. But I mean, that's for everybody, though.
Yeah.
It's still the same point system. You're still going to pick your same quarterback, most likely.
Nope.
No? Who was your quarterback?
It's Jordan Love now.
Did you? Oh, because running?
No, I picked him mostly because I saw he was still available, and I was like, I'll take this, Samuel.
Okay, because I took Josh Allen early.
Look, Jalen Hurts just threw a ball out of bounds.
Okay, and I didn't pick Jalen Hurts. But that's -1.
-0.1.
Whoever has Jalen Hurts stings for you.
Does stink for you.
Yeah.
However, so Jack, this scoring system's whack.
Okay.
And you're on crack.
But we did make it clear beforehand, and then in the chat itself, I was like, hey, Jack, are you going to change this scoring system or what? And he's like, I'm going to wait until next week. And then I was like,
I didn't get the joke.
And then he said right afterwards, you don't get the joke. Like it was pretty clear there's a joke there and he wasn't going to change it because I was trying to clear up. Like, are you changing it? Because that makes a difference whether I draft lots of running backs or not.
Oh, yeah.
And it was clear that he was not going to change the scoring system.
You know how I feel about the scoring system?
Yeah.
This is how I feel about that scoring system.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I just want to point out that I am, again, projected to get second in the league. I think, Dane, you are projected 6th, which is 1 spot behind Joshua Schmitz of the Man Wagon Podcast, who did not show up for the first 4 picks until I texted him. He was like, oh, shoot, that's tonight?
Yes.
And he had a better draft than you because of that.
Yeah.
Alvaro.
Shout out to Alvaro.
We wish you luck. He has never played fantasy football, I believe. Do you remember his first pick in the first round?
It was something ridiculous. It was
a great pick a few years ago.
Who was it?
It was Austin Eckler.
Oh my, yeah,
I was
Austin Eckler.
Why did you look at the projected points? And I was like, you just picked somebody who would have been like a 5th round pick, and you picked him first round.
Probably worse.
Yeah, I don't know, but running backs are heavy weighted, so I mean,
yeah.
It would have been a smart 3rd or 4th round pick maybe, but you picked him in the first round. I was like, that's wild.
Oh yeah.
So you should at least beat Alvaro.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just by paying attention. And I told Lindsay Reed that if she wants to, she can be one of my co-managers because
that could be interesting.
She says she just wants to do one because she's never played fantasy football.
It could teach her some stuff.
Yeah.
Until she starts trading away your players.
She doesn't know how to trade.
Okay.
And I won't let her do that either. And yeah, things like that. Also, Samuel's about to take one of my trades. So that's cool.
I haven't looked yet because I'm currently being recorded on my phone, and you are too, for this podcast for the potential clips from the Joshua Schmitz.
Nice.
So yeah, I had a good fantasy draft overall for the Until Next Week podcast, but I also had another draft which overlaps slightly with this one. 7:00 was the Until Next Week podcast draft, and then 8:00 was my Ghost Runners Guillotine League draft.
So true.
Which is 18 teams, 2 quarterbacks, 4 teams will not have a second quarterback, or potentially, if you're really bad, you won't have any quarterbacks.
That's trash.
And it's nerve-wracking because you need to have a good draft. because each week the lowest scoring team is kicked out.
So true.
And I had the first overall pick, which puts a lot of pressure on you, but you know that the first pick will be Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah.
So I did that. And then they started picking people.
You had the first pick?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And then
cool,
the people, and so in theory, I shouldn't have got a second quarterback if people are paying attention.
Does it snake?
Yeah.
So you had the 36th
Yes.
pick. Yeah.
But then around like the 7th pick in, someone picked like what just happened? Was that who?
Saquon caught a sick fade in the back of the end zone.
Dang it.
For a touchdown. Maybe.
Okay, but around like the 6th or 7th pick, some people started picking players other than QBs. And those are the people who do not understand this 2 quarterback format, which is good because I'm like, okay, that person, another spot potentially for quarterback. Someone else, okay. And then they got to the 18th person who should, in theory, take 2 QBs.
Back to back, yep.
He did not take any QBs.
All right.
He took like a wide receiver and like a running back. Or
good.
2 wide receivers.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not going to get a quarterback now. Like, what are you doing? You had a chance to get 2 QBs, 2 decent QBs in the middle.
Probably, yeah.
Got 0. So I'm like, okay, it's starting to look good. I think I'll have a chance to get a QB, and made it to me. I was like, QBs are available, but you only have 30 seconds for a pick. And I was stressing out. And I'm like, Drake May. And I picked him. And then I picked the.
Why did you take Drake May?
And well, there was only like a few quarterbacks left. And then I picked AJ Brown. And then I saw in the chat, and it was like, bold move picking a backup quarterback. I'm like, oh no.
Well, he'll start here soon.
I know, but I was like,
but still,
I didn't know he wasn't named the starter because the streamer app we were using had him projected as the like best quarterback available, or like one of the best. I'm like, I'll pick him, and I did not know he was the backup. So I'm like, well, now I have 1 quarterback, and I have to wait now.
Yeah,
and the reason I picked AJ Brown, I got stressed from that pick, and then immediately had to pick the next one.
Right,
and it showed CeeDee Lamb is questionable in week 1.
You took AJ Brown over CeeDee Lamb.
Stressed out and I messed up and I was like, what did I just do? I threw away my entire league right there because they had him like NA. I'm like, does that mean he's not playing?
No.
And I run my whole league.
AJ Brown's a bum and plays for the worst team ever.
I messed up. Oh crap. And he's going right now. And I need him to go off. Dang it.
He did not catch that touchdown.
I messed up. I messed up bad. I picked a backup quarterback and then I picked CeeDee. Did not pick CeeDee Lamb.
Did not pick CeeDee Lamb.
And that pretty much crushed me because then for my next pick, luckily it went all the way around and people still did not pick the quarterback when they should. So I got both the Patriots quarterbacks.
You got Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
Well, yeah, at least you got a starter.
I mean, at least I got a starter.
Yeah, that's true.
But I run that draft so bad. I should have picked Brissett or or I think Sam Darnold was available. Didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Should have picked him and then CeeDee Lamb, and I messed up.
At least Sam Darnold has legit receivers.
And he'll be the starter the entire year.
Yeah.
So that's what messed me because I saw Russell Wilson was available, but
Don't take him.
I'm like, but Justin Fields might be playing, so I can't pick either of them.
True.
But I didn't realize that was the same situation with the Patriots. And that's what crushed me. And then the stupid NA thing on CeeDee Lamb made me not pick him, and I hate myself for it.
Well, that's why as the pick is coming to you, you got to have like, say it's 4 spots away from your pick.
Yeah.
You got to have 6 guys that you like there.
I know, but I think I was trying to search because I didn't think CeeDee Lamb would be available.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even consider him. And then I was seeing like, why does it have him as NA? Like, does that mean he's not going to play? And I couldn't find like a clear answer from a quick search.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, will he play or not? So then I picked AJ Brown. He's like, he will play. And yeah, I'm kind of stressed. So I don't know if I'll make it out. I know I'll make it at least a few weeks because the one guy has 0 quarterbacks.
Should I answer his phone call?
Who is it?
The guy, Braden.
Will he add good content to the pod?
He's probably going to ask me where I'm at.
Okay. You can throw him on.
What's up?
Hey, where you at?
Recording my podcast.
And you're now on the podcast.
Are you going to stop by tonight?
Yeah, I can stop by.
Okay.
But you're live on the podcast right now.
I'm sick. Let's go.
What do you want to say to the podcast?
Hello, podcast. Dane's not at my 23rd birthday right now.
Your 23rd birthday was Wednesday.
My party.
We're finished.
Podcast.
We're finishing it up. It's all good.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted the podcast to know that we're having a great time. I want Dane to join.
Don't worry. I'll be there in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Sounds good. We got to be hearing that cheetah and a lion. So
So true.
Hey, make sure to leave us 5 stars on the podcast.
I don't know. Brady
you just gained 5 subscribers on your podcast. So
Oh yeah,
just forgot that.
Who's yelling in the background?
There's a lot of people yelling in the background.
Does anyone else want to be on the podcast?
And Logan's right here.
Hello.
You want Logan to be on the podcast?
Anybody can be.
Tell Logan she can say whatever she wants right now.
No
say
racial
whatever you
slurs.
want. Everybody say what you want.
That's crazy. All right, I'll be there soon.
Bye.
All right,
Okay, bye. They're all so nervous. They're like, what do we say on the podcast, on this thriving podcast right now?
It is
Like,
thriving.
yeah. But anyway, I messed up very bad in this guillotine league. I hope I can pull something out and still win. The one team who has 0 quarterbacks who might get eliminated this week has Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson. So if they become available, I can bet or pay like a really high amount because they got $100 for a whole year.
Free agency budget.
Blind bid.
Yep.
Try to get them and then just hope.
Maybe.
Just hope Drake May comes back in like the 3rd week, goes off, and I have a good team. But we'll just have to wait until next week to find out.
Get Tyreek first.
Yeah, so that is what's happening in our lives, and that's what's grinding our gears. But for our main segment, we're going to talk about our Super Bowl picks for this season. Is it the 2024 season or 2025 season? How does that work?
I think technically it's the 25 season.
Is it?
Which is dumb.
It's so confusing. Like
It should be whatever the most games were played in.
Well, I think it should be when it ends, when the championship is. I feel like that should be the season.
I don't care. I just want everybody to agree. That's all I want.
It's confusing. I hate it. But what I don't hate is that football is back. And we are going to tell you what we believe our NFC and AFC championship games will be, who we think is going to win the Super Bowl, who's going to be in the Super Bowl, and maybe, just maybe, who's going to be the MVP on the season. Yeah. So what are you thinking for the NFC championship game? Who do you think will be in there this year, Dane?
I think it will be a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game.
Ooh.
49ers versus the Lions.
Oh, bad picks. But why do you think them?
I think that because I think the 49ers brought in another good receiver with their first round pick. They brought everybody back. Brock Purdy has another year of experience under his belt. I think they have they added another running back too, who's fast as well. And they brought Trent Williams back. The defense is healthy again.
I mean, let's be honest though. It's really just McCaffrey. They have McCaffrey.
Hey,
whoever has McCaffrey when healthy is going to make it far.
I don't know. The Panthers never made it far.
Okay. So you think Niners and Lions?
Yeah.
Now let me tell you why you're wrong.
Why?
The Lions will not make it. They're going to get 3rd place in the division.
And then third place,
the Packers are going to win the division.
Who's getting second?
I think okay, the Lions might get it, but I'm just going to say for the bet, I'm going to say the Bears are going to get second in the division. Lions are going to get 3rd. Vikings dead last.
Vikings are going to die last. We agree on that.
Yeah. Packers will win the division.
Bears will be 3rd at 500.
Which I kind of hope that's the case. I'd rather want the Lions to get second, but the Packers are going to win the Packers are going to win the division, and they're going to be playing the 49ers.
Packers didn't. Did they go? They did go to the playoffs. They were 7th.
I know they played like some loser in the first round.
Dang it.
And beat them like really bad. Well, wait, that was the Cowboys. Sorry. And then they did play the 49ers and they lost, which stunk because our kicker cost us that game. He was so bad.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
There we go, baby.
Dontavian Wicks.
He's not on my fantasy team.
Nope.
But it's okay. We took the lead. But anyways, we got rid of that kicker. And we have this new guy, this new rookie kicker who's a stud.
He's made 2 in a row.
And that's what I'm saying. He's a solid guy. And for that reason, we will win and make it far in the playoffs. It'll be Packers, 49ers. And finally, the Packers will get... I'll talk about that actually in a second. Super Bowl. I'm going straight into it right now. No, I'm not. We're going to AFC. Sorry.
Yeah.
AFC, who are you thinking?
I'm going to go Chiefs.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of all the teams that might be coming out of there. I honestly, everybody's high on the Texans. I'm not that high on them.
No.
I think they're okay. They got a little bit better, but they brought in old guys to bring in or whatever. I think. And then AFC East is Miami, Buffalo. I think
I know my team.
And then AFC West, that's the Chiefs. AFC North, Lamar and Bengals. And I think it's going to be the Dolphins. Dolphins versus Chiefs.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild. You really think the Dolphins can go that far?
I think they might be putting it together this year. They brought in another healthy back that they can bring in. If Devon A-Chain stays healthy, I think they might be able to do something a little bit. I just think I don't know. It's hard. They say half the teams every year who made the playoffs last year don't make the playoffs again the next year, and a new half of teams come in. So I'm like, well, I think the Dolphins did make the playoffs,
and then they got destroyed by the Chiefs in the cold game.
In the cold game.
Yes.
So I think they'll be a little bit better this year. Come back. They won't be playing in negative a billion degrees and see what happens.
I agree with you on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the easy pick there, but I think they're going to be playing the Jets in the AFC Championship. Aaron Rodgers is coming back with a vengeance. The Jets won like 7 games last year with complete trash as quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And now they're coming back with one of arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Top 10 for sure.
41-year-old
Yeah,
Aaron
but
Rodgers.
if you remember, I think in his 39 season, didn't he win the MVP? I think he did. That was his last season with the Packers. I believe he did win MVP.
I don't think he won it his last season, but the 2 years before he did.
He has 4 MVPs though under his name, and
Does he have 4 MVPs?
Yes, he does.
That's crazy.
More than Brady. But he's going to be coming back with amazing wide receivers. They're going to win a lot of games because their defense is very, very good.
You guys went for 2 and didn't get it.
Dang it! I want the kicker to get some stuff.
They handed the ball off to.
But
Jacobs,
but back to the Jets. I think Rodgers will go off this year. I think he'll get at least 4 plays in this season, and it'll be big.
Or at least 5.
Yeah, at least 5.
At least 5.
He'll at least get a pass off, which will be big, a completion.
Hopefully.
But yeah, I think it'll be the Chiefs and the Jets in the AFC Championship, 49ers and Packers in the NFC Championship,
Rams,
and then
Packers.
for my Packers, my Super Bowl.
Who are you picking in the NFC Championship?
No, for the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I'm going to have the Chiefs versus the Packers.
Oh, wow.
Which is also, I'm not the only one saying that because, again, everybody, again, is saying the Chiefs, but there are several people saying the Packers will be in the Super Bowl versus the Chiefs.
I don't think that's a wild take.
Well, the Packers were the best team in the NFL the last half of the season. And honestly, into the playoffs, and then their kicker kind of blew it. And I think they can carry that here going forward. They have all their guys healthy. They have 4 wide receiver number 1s.
No, they
don't. Are going to be in the Super Bowl. And then the Chiefs are going to go for a 3-peat, but they're going to be distracted because they have Taylor Swift there. She's going to announce her Reputation album, and that's going to be bad reputation for her because the Packers will beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. You hear it here first.
Oh, wow.
The Chiefs are done. They're in at 2, not 3-peats, and the Packers will be Super Bowl champions once again, and then we won't win one for 16 years, and Jordan Love will go to the Jets.
Again.
Yes, that is the pattern in the Packers fandom.
Dang it. And that's hilarious.
Yes.
And then, that could happen. I don't think it's a wild take. I don't think the Packers are going to win it. I think they need better receivers than that, and I think Jacobs is old. But
I think he's going to go off. But hey, just let me know, who do you think is going to be in the Super Bowl, and who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
My NFC Championship was 49ers versus the Lions, and I'm going to pick the Lions to go to the Super Bowl.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, they didn't make it. Never mind.
Like, what? No, 49ers went. And I think that the Chiefs will come out of the AFC side.
Okay.
And they will play each other in the Super Bowl where everybody goes crazy. Everybody in America is rooting for the Lions.
Except for the Swifties.
Except for
which is,
Missouri.
and
the
the world.
Yeah,
and the
world.
world's. Yeah.
Yeah. And it will be a blowout Chiefs win.
If it's the Chiefs and the Lions, the Chiefs will destroy everybody. And then Travis Kelce will
propose.
No, he'll surprise everybody and be like, "We've been married all along."
All along.
Yes.
We actually eloped. But
Yes.
no, I think I think that happens, and it'll be very disappointing. Then I move to Canada because I don't want to hear anything about the Chiefs ever again, and I'm really upset about it. Just thinking about it right now. I'm like, I'm literally anybody but the Chiefs, please.
Yeah.
But watching them last night, they look better than last year.
But at the same time, they almost lost last night to the Ravens.
They did.
Yeah. They honestly probably should have.
By a toe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it sounds like we are on track. We both think the Chiefs will make it to the Super Bowl, but you think they'll win.
Yeah.
You are not on the same side as me with the Packers and Jets because you had the Lions and you had the
Lions and the Chiefs.
Lions
and the 49ers.
No, the other AFC team you had.
Oh, Who?
You had the Chiefs versus the
The Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
same idea, but we'll see. We'll see who wins it all.
I think the AFC Championship will be a blowout. Chiefs will just best them again in Kansas City. And to a cold game continues, blah, blah.
Do you have a quick pick on who will win the MVP for the season?
I think CJ Stroud's going to win MVP.
You think so?
If I had to bet.
I didn't really know who I'd pick for this.
Yeah.
And then I saw this one ESPN analyst say a person, and I was like, okay, I'll get on board with you here. My MVP for the season will be Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, wow.
He'll get his 5th MVP. He made some good points on why he would win it. He's like, he's not always necessarily the very, very best player, but
best
sometimes
story.
best storyline.
Yeah.
And then him coming back from injury, leading the Jets to the playoffs and potentially farther, but for the first time in years.
If they're 13-4, I could see that.
Yeah.
But if they're 12-5, yeah.
But he has a lot of really good wide receivers, so he should be able to get a lot of touchdowns. And
I think he has one good wide receiver.
Well, I mean, their team's still solid. His defense is really good. That's the big
defense
part.
is really good.
So they'll get the ball back to give opportunities for the wide receivers.
Great running back, great wide receiver one.
I would love to see him take them to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I would love to see him get a MVP, but I do not want to see him win the Super Bowl against the Packers.
Right.
The Packers have to win. It would be poetic, Packers versus Jets in the Super Bowl, and then Jordan Love takes down Rodgers, so then Rodgers is 1-1 in his Super Bowl career.
Slain.
That would be wild.
That'd be wild.
Yeah. And then he comes to back up Jordan Love the next couple of years.
Yeah, I'll just take $25 million to back up Jordan Love.
Yeah. Or $50 million, whatever it is.
He ain't doing that.
Yeah. But yeah, those are
AJ
our
Brown.
Super Bowl picks. Did he get a touchdown? What's happening?
He just caught a 25-yard pass.
I just need the Packers to win, but also I need AJ Brown to get some catches.
Man, it's the worst whenever I have a player going against the Cowboys.
I know. It's I need him to go off and do everything possible, but their team loses.
I want the Cowboys to win 50-49, and this player has 7 touchdowns.
It's the same thing in fantasy baseball when I have a pitcher going against the Cardinals. I'm like, I want him to throw a no-hitter for 7 innings, and then I want the Cardinals to come back the last 2.
And score 12 runs in the next inning.
So I won't get a win, but I'll have great strikeouts and ERA and whip. But yeah, it's the worst. That's the worst part of fantasy sports.
Wow. And that's our main segment.
Yep. But now we have to say another segment, and that segment is
Dane's Manifesto.
What should the people do?
If you're driving, pull over. If you're walking, you know what to do. Sit down, because it's time for Dane's Manifesto. Wow. Welcome back.
And we're back to Dane's Manifesto with Dane Biesmeyer. Dane, what are you manifesting this week?
Hello, people. I'm manifesting abundance, and no, that's not it. So this past week, not this past Wednesday, but the Wednesday before that,
yes,
Dane went in for a cancer scan. Unbelievable.
Oh
no! Last night, Reverend Banks made a reference to cutting. So he's talking about sin, right? And he goes, "You need to cut the cancer out of your life."
Yeah.
And two people looked at me, and
wow.
And Reverend Banks' girlfriend walked over to me and said, "So you get a shout out and I don't?" Which I think these are funny jokes. I think it's funny. So
that's crazy.
So that is crazy and funny. So I got the results of said scan on Wednesday, and Samuel is blind ranking, or he hasn't heard the results. So what's funny about it, Samuel?
I double clicked. I'm sorry.
So I went in there and they said there's good news and bad news, Dane.
Oh, crap.
And I said, what's the bad news, Doc? And he said, well, I don't think your hair's going to grow back. Well, he didn't say that. He said, I asked him about taking a testosterone supplement to maybe grow my hair back. And
you just want to get big.
Well, that too.
Yeah,
but no, he said, no, it won't help you grow your hair back. He goes, honestly, your body's still recovering from getting chemo in January or December of last year. I was like, really? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, it could get a little bit better or this could be it. We don't know. And I'm like, all right. And I was like, well, this could be it, but it's better than it was.
Yeah.
So that was the bad news.
I mean, if that's the bad news, I'm hoping the good news is better.
Good news is the tumors are still shrinking.
Okay. Good.
And so it's kind of as good news as you can get without being declared cancer free. He did say that the tumors are shrinking so much that we can go from getting a scan every 2 months to every 4 months now.
So they're still shrinking, and you have not had a treatment in a while.
I haven't had a treatment since December 15th, though.
Your main treatment has you been running a lot.
Yeah, running a lot.
And eating healthier and drinking less soda is probably also beneficial.
He told me to stop running because I'm dehydrated. And he goes, this is probably unrelated to your cancer.
What?
He goes, but your blood work came back as dehydrated. And I said, well,
I just drink a lot more fluids.
Man, I said, well, yesterday I ran 6 miles. The day before that I ran 7 miles. I also worked out yesterday. I was like, yeah, I'm probably dehydrated. And he goes, well, you need to stop running and around your scans and blood work especially, and then hydrate a lot. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to hydrate.
Hot take. I'm sorry. The doctor is dumb.
Yeah.
You should still be running because working out and eating healthy does a lot more for your body than whether you're super hydrated, but just drink more fluids.
That's what I said. I said that to Reverend Banks when I got home. Touchdown Saquon. But I said that to Reverend Banks when I got home. I was like, yeah, he said this. And I'm like, no, I'm going to keep running. I just going to hydrate better. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, so drink at least 2 or 3
more water
bottles a day.
And maybe get some electrolyte stuff you can put in it.
Yeah, I have liquid IV at home.
Yeah, do that
for my hangovers.
Yeah, that would be so much better for you. Like that's, I'm sorry, but that doctor that is giving bad advice in that regard.
He's just a cancer doctor,
so he doesn't actually know what he's talking about.
He does, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
Because like he changes his opinion on things sometimes. He told me to run.
Yeah,
and then now that I'm running a lot,
I could be wrong, but there could be a crazy correlation also that while you did have all the chemo and everything, I bet you there's a chance that the running might have also helped some.
Well, that's what my stepmom thinks.
And you've been doing it a lot, and they're still shrinking. So I wouldn't do anything different right now. Just drink more fluids.
I don't know. The running exercises my lungs, right? Yeah. Probably a good thing. And I don't know. Either way, predominantly good news. He said that, I have to go in for this next Wednesday to get blood work again because he's like, we just want to make sure it's nothing. He goes, it probably is nothing. You're probably just dehydrated. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, but we want to steal your blood again.
Okay.
I've never gotten my blood back. And you know what I asked somebody last night? What do they do with the blood after they test it?
He's a vampire.
That's what he said too.
He just sucks your blood.
And
that's how has he been getting a glow in his skin and his hair's been turning red?
And he's been glowing, but I thought that's because he went to Cancun.
Okay, there could be a little combo.
Yeah.
That's where he absorbs the blood.
He did go to Cancun.
In Cancun.
Yeah.
It's legal there.
It is legal to glow there.
Gosh.
But that was Dane's manifesto. You can go back to walking and driving and thinking and living
and anything else.
And anything else.
Go run, but stay hydrated. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
stay
all we
hydrated.
ask. That's all we ask.
Yeah, being hydrated is fun.
But I guess the other thing we ask is Jack Holmgren. Oh my word. For Jack Holmgren to send us some jokes of the week.
I never asked for this.
With Jack. And he still is doing that. And I'm just going to... Oh, we also got a message from Joshua Schmitz. Should I read that first? Yeah, I will.
Yeah, do that first. He's probably cool.
Okay, I don't know. I don't really want to read what he put. It's not really super relevant, but it's more of just like small talk and stuff. But Jack, jokes with Jack. Let's listen. What does he have this week? If he's slandering the Cardinals, I will block him.
Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Yeah, everyone knows that. But you know why 10 was afraid? Because he was in the middle of 9/11.
Oh, no.
That's not funny.
That's not funny. No.
Jack.
Cancel Jack. We stopped earlier from making any jokes. That's insensitive. And I knew he was not going to do the original joke. I knew it was going to be something else. And cancel Jack. The views of Jack do not represent the views of this podcast. But because we need content, we'll keep his joke in there. But just hashtag cancel Jack going forward. You know what to do. And then, you already know about Joshua Schmitz. He's a big sponsor of the pod.
Yeah, big ups, Joshua.
Yeah. A couple responses that we've received on some episodes. Last week in episode 88, Crying Laughing at Work, we received 3 comments I'm going to read off. One of them was from Angela Birdwell, and she said, excited for the fantasy football draft. Good luck, everyone. I guess you didn't see the good luck message, Dane. We got something from Reiner. Don't know who that is. That might be the person in the... he's in the draft. He put, I'd just like to say that first off, Jack is a psychopath in all fantasy sports and should be stopped at all costs. And second, I have a legitimate full-fledged draft board based on stat reviews conducted in the afternoon before the draft. Running backs that catch passes are so op, so anything less than a first-place finish will crush me. That being said, good luck all. Long live the Big Ben theory. And then we had Jack Holmgren, and he put Reiner is just salty because I destroyed him in fantasy baseball this year. Also, Ryan is a communist because every morning as my college roommate, he would listen to and sing the state anthem of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics in front of his Karl Marx portrait poster. It was Putin me in a disturbed place.
That sounds very accurate.
That was a tongue twister right there.
It was.
But I can understand why you guys are roommates. So shout out. Also, we had a poll for the episode, and the poll was, who would win in a 5K? And with 100% of the vote,
it was me.
Dashing Dane.
Dane.
Speedy Samuel. Because I forgot to make the poll public until about 45 minutes ago. And I was like, why don't we have any responses? And Joshua, I believe, is the one vote, and I don't believe him. He's wrong. Because I'm doing a 5K tomorrow, and you're not.
Well, that's based off of monetary reasons.
Yeah. I mean, whatever it is.
Because I didn't want to pay $45 and then drive to Branson.
But if you think differently than Joshua Schmitz with the one vote, you can also vote on episode 88 and let us know who you think will win in a 5K, and we'll tell you how I did next week.
It's because Joshua follows us on our Stravas.
That's true, and you run more because I don't. I do other workouts or whatever else.
Yeah,
but
you swim.
We'll see. We'll see what's happening a little bit. Some other just quick comments we've had on some episodes recently. Episode 86, Elizabeth Virgil put, thank you for saying domestic abuse is wrong. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Wish more athletes would get that message, but consider it a win anytime any man says it.
Hey, guess what?
We are both men, and we both said it.
70-yard touchdown pass to Jaden Reed.
Let's go.
But also, yes, don't do domestic violence.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad.
That was whenever we got into that briefly, I was like, I don't want to say anything dumb. Got to make it clear. It's bad.
It is bad.
Another couple episodes on Country Concert Bingo, episode 84, Jack Holmgren said, notice how Dane's comment provides reasons for all these other people, but he can't state facts why I should be canceled. I am more based, more of a personality hire, faster, more competitive, maybe not better looking, but I have successfully completed my own operation.
Oh.
And will for sure win in our fight one day. You better start training because you're going to need it, Dane Hadley Biesmeyer.
How does he know my middle name?
I don't know. He's doing a deep dive.
I'm sure I've said it on the podcast, or it's pretty public knowledge.
Yes. And then another episode, 83, he put, Dane, my love life is a Greek tragedy. Let's hope he's not talking about Oedipus Rex.
Oedipus Rex, like as in...
Oedipus.
Oedipus Rex, as in the Greek tragedy itself?
I think so.
That's ridiculous. But also, I hope those weren't like comments that he made and then future comment like, yeah, I successfully completed my own operation, and then a week later, it's over.
No, he is a married man.
Oh, he's married?
He is. It's crazy.
Didn't know Jack was married.
With his jokes, you wouldn't expect it. But He is a married man, and that's why he completed his operation.
That is complete then.
So,
also, I had a new idea this week.
What is your new idea this week?
Married women are dead to me, obviously. And then women in relationships are dead to me until further notice.
Until they're not.
Yeah.
And then that's the further notice for you to jump in.
Exactly. Because once they break up, that puts me on notice that it's time to pounce.
You're wild.
Respectfully,
because you respect women.
Yeah, respectfully. This is how much I respect them.
That's not good.
I don't know. What's this button do?
Don't.
Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town?
Let's just get to our sponsors of the week. Jesus Christ of Nazareth is our number one sponsor of the week. I heard that you have a verse of the week, and actually it's verses of the week, because I believe it's Psalm 73, verses 23 through 28, Dane.
Sure is. Reading through the book of Psalms right now.
Psalms.
And I'm on 77 now, personally. And I don't know. It seems like there's kind of the same themes throughout a lot of them.
Yeah.
Which it's written by a couple different people, David being predominantly one of them, and I'm not sure who the others are. But I think Solomon wrote one.
Jesus.
Or a few of them. No, Jesus isn't on the scene yet. However, a lot of them are about Jesus, but that's neither here nor there.
Yep.
So Psalm 73, starting in verse 23. Nevertheless, I'm continually with you. You hold my right hand, you guide me with your counsel, and afterward you will receive me to glory. Whom have I in heaven but you? And there is nothing on earth I desire besides you. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is my strength, or is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. For behold, those who are far from you shall perish. You put an end to everyone who is unfaithful to you. But for me, it is good to be near God. I have made the Lord God my refuge, that I may tell of all of your works. I mean, that's kind of life right there.
Yeah.
You're sitting here and you're reading it and you're just like, yeah, I want to be near to God. And I don't know, that's what I was saying. Like a lot of the themes of Psalms, like of the Psalms are a lot of the same, where it's like, hey, we're making much of God, where it's either, I don't know, I relate to the ones where it talks about being in peril, a lot, or like going through hardships and things like that. Because some of these Psalms, like Psalm 42 is written when David was like being hunted and going from cave to cave. People were trying to kill him. And I'm like, that's crazy. And so then I'm like, yeah, that one is crazy. It seems like things happen over and over again where bad things just happen in your life. And then also I'm teaching Genesis 3 this week to the kids. And I'm like, oh man, super easy stuff, right? Just where all of bad things ever come from. And then it's like, yeah, actually people dying and dying early is actually a mercy from God. And I'm like, that's okay. That's an interesting way to like put it, because I'm reading commentary on it. And they're like, because you get to go and be with God sooner, you don't have to be in this fallen, broken state of a world for as long as however it was. And I was like, that's interesting. I've never like flipped it that way, to be like, actually dying is fun and good. And so it's like, well, I don't know. And then the old adage, why do the good die young? It's like, well, because it's a mercy from God. And so I'm like, that's interesting. And I'm thinking about that a lot. And I'm like, okay, well, why do we pray otherwise though? I don't know. And I think it's because we're scared, but I don't know. It got me thinking a lot. And now I'm thinking like, what do I share to middle schoolers? I can't share all these thoughts to middle schoolers.
Like it has to be age appropriate.
Yeah. Well, that's the other commentary that I'm reading in Genesis 3 is they're commenting on like Adam and Eve's nakedness, and then they clothe each other with fig leaves, but that doesn't do it. So then God has to kill an animal, give them clothes, and then banish them. And I'm like, well, all right, I don't know what I'm going to say about this here. Yeah. It's just like, I think they wrote it generally just for, I don't know, like ministry in general. And I'm like, well, with middle school boys, I'm probably just not going to mention the nakedness part.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be like, what? They were naked? Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, yeah, okay, get over it, guys. And like, no, they were naked. And I'm like, okay, I think I'm just not going to mention that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Psalm 73.
Okay. Next sponsor of the week, Jake Trustinart.
What a guy.
Jake Pridgeon Airlines and Reverend Banks.
Wow.
They all have great names. They all make great art, but really just Jake Trustinart. Buy art from him. Don't buy it from Jake Pridgeon Airlines or Reverend Banks. And, they're just a solid trio of people. Reverend
Banks told me tonight that he wanted me to call Jake Pridgeon Airlines. He said his name should be Jake's Body Shop, because we have a at-home gym like in our garage where we have like a squat rack, squat bar, a bunch of different like bells, or not bells, but like dumbbells and plates that go on the dumbbell, kettle.
Stop
bells.
Calling them names.
Kettlebells, dang it.
Dumb bars, dumbbells, etc. Okay, this just in. We have a new sponsors of the week: Jake Trustinart, Jake's Body Shop, and Reverend Banks.
Jake Pridgeon Airlines was funny too, though.
Yeah, but now it's gone.
Now it's gone.
Yeah,
look at that.
Look at that.
But yeah, they call it Jake's Body Shop because he goes and works out.
Yeah, I've seen the gym. I've seen the gym.
Yeah, you've seen the gym.
And then finally, our third sponsor of the week is Nathan. Okay, I don't know how to say your last name, but I'm going to say Reisner.
Your coworker?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is Reisner.
Reisner.
I don't remember now.
I don't know.
And I should know this. I'm sorry, because he might take access away, but he has been very nice and letting me use his Panera's
free sip card.
Yeah. Like I just sent him text sometime like, hey, you using this right now? He's like, yeah, just go. And I'm like, okay, you're awesome. So every once in a while I get a coffee on Nathan. So shout out you, Nathan. Thank you for listening to the podcast.
Shout out, Nathan.
And if you're listening right now or both at work, come say hi.
Distract Samuel from the spreadsheets. Embezzle money.
Yep.
But don't do that.
And then some just kind of final thoughts. Did you see Chick-fil-A has a streaming service?
I saw you had
Probably coming
mentioned
out
that.
soon. Yeah.
But I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I don't know, but I was hearing someone else talk about it, and they're like, "Hey, I wonder if they'll just have like some wild Chick-fil-A like ad placement, product placement,
I hope
like
so.
this random stuff, which would be sweet." It'll be interesting. I'm curious to see what they have. I hope it's more than just like, I don't know. And first thing that comes to my mind is like Passion of the Christ, but I don't think that's what they're going to have.
It's just gonna be a Catholic service.
I think they're going to have a lot of like original content, but I don't know much more than that. Tomorrow, which if you're listening to it, it was yesterday. Actually, disregard everything. Yesterday, when you're listening on Monday, I went to the Imagine Dragons concert, but currently I've not gone yet. So I'll tell you more about that in the future. It should be pretty fun. I'm going by myself.
Nice.
Wish me luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then next week, I'm going to that Ghost Runners Branson getaway, which
So true.
you could have gone to, but you don't want to spend tons of money and arm and a leg. So I'll have to go there and meet all of our fans and just get all the pictures with Alvaro.
I said I
for
would go
content.
if somebody bought it for me.
Hey, it's still true. Still true.
Man.
But that should be pretty fun. I'm sure there'll be a lot of content for that. And then I'm doing the 5K in the morning, which you are not doing because it's early and money.
Somebody almost bought a skydiving thing for me. What? Because Pretty Ricky keeps telling me, he goes, dude, come skydiving with me. And I'm like, no.
That doesn't surprise me that he skydives.
He does all kinds of crazy things.
Yeah.
And he went cave like exploring this week. And I'm like, he goes, dude, come with skydiving.
That is vastly different.
Oh, yeah.
Craziness levels.
Oh, yeah.
Skydiving to, I went cave exploring.
Well, yeah, whatever it is,
Yeah,
cave mudding
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But like exciting things, always go, go, go kind of things. And so I was like, I don't know. I don't really want to go. I might go skydiving. I was like, if I have to pay for it, $200 is what it was. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to
That's a
pay
lot.
$200 to go do that.
Yeah.
And then my boss at Hill City said, what if I paid for you? And I was like,
Wow.
because he's been and he says it's amazing. And I'm like, if you pay for me, I would really consider it. And
if
I'm like,
you die, I'm never going to talk to you again.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like, man, I don't know. And I was like, okay, it's got to be a legit offer and I'll really consider it. And really, I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, I think I'd have to say yes.
That's wild.
Because how often are you going to get free skydiving with your friends that like is going to be an experience you'll remember or whatever. And people will tell me all the time, they're like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And like it's always super nervous all the way up until you actually jump and then you're scared for a second. And then it's like really pretty and really cool.
I would be scared until the parachute opens.
Yeah. Yeah. My hands are sweating thinking about it. But yeah. So I don't know. Maybe skydiving, probably not, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. Okay. Some closing thoughts. If you need a Friday pickleball paddle, 2 of them preferably for $98, use my code Samuel14434 and also support Dane's ministry. He is still getting ministry support. He'll be doing that for the next year and a half to 2 years still. If you decide to support him, make sure to send him an Instagram message or the @Until Next Week podcast Instagram so they can track it properly. Keep telling your friends if you enjoy this podcast, because if you're listening right now, you do. So you are a fan. And if you have not left 5 stars yet, you better do it. And then just make sure to leave voice memos on Instagram if you'd like. Follow our Instagram and TikTok. And
sign up for NFL Sunday Ticket and give it to Dane and Samuel.
yeah, so we don't have to legally stream anymore. And that would be
We've never done that.
very great.
Hypothetically.
This has been episode 89.
of the podcast. Good luck with your lives. Good
Taylor
night.
Swift, 1989. Packers win it all. This is it. Goodbye.